Christ is King. Jesus is Lord. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most hippest station around the nation. We teach you how to fornicate, get drunk, get high, and worship money and all other material things. We also teach you how to kill people and the specific guns to use. And little children, stay tuned for the next segment of our show where we will teach you how to hate God without your parents finding out about it. At this time, let's take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Lust Radio, WDIE. We know the world is coming to an end. That's why we play the hits that make you sin. Of course, first thought is, I never listen to a radio station like that. But when you really think about it, when you compare any mainstream radio station in America to Lust Radio, is there really a difference? Don't they both teach the same thing? I'm going to read something for you. Here's 2 Corinthians chapter 10, and this is verse 4 and 5. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds." Now, strongholds is anything that has you captive. Like, for instance, an addiction can be a stronghold. You can have an addiction to cigarettes, crack, alcohol, even fornication, pornography. That's a stronghold. So it's saying that God can pull down any stronghold. It says in verse 5, it says, "Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalt itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ." When you bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ, there's no way you can have an addiction. There's no way you can have a stronghold. There's no way that you can be captivated in sin if every thought is brought to the obedience of Christ. Now, how can you have this mindset when you listen to mainstream radio stations that all that they do is promote sin? They promote, okay, scripturally, I'm going to show you what these stations promote. Okay, I'm going to read 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Don't these radio stations play songs that show love of the world? Here's 1 John 2:16. It says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world." Let me tell you something. I listen to Christian hip-hop. I got a lot of Christian hip-hop CDs, and I play them in my car all the time. I went several months without even listening to a mainstream radio station. All I was doing was just listening to my Christian hip-hop CDs. Now, my job, I was at work one day and they played some mainstream radio station. Now, when you go several months without listening to this kind of music, your ears become extra sensitive to the messages that are, that they're singing about. And every song that was played on the radio, it talked about the lust of the flesh, or it talked about the lust of the eyes and the pride of life. Every song that was played. And I listened to that radio station for 8 hours, and I was disgusted. All love songs have fornication in it. A lot of love songs have drinking and getting high in it, leaving the club, just talking about the woman's body, how her body is shaped. And all love songs today is centered around fornication, and it's very subtle. It's very subtle, because just listening to it, you hear the music, you hear the words, and a lot of times it's an experience that you have been through before. But when you look at things from a spiritual point of view, all these songs doing is promoting fornication, and it's getting you to accept in your mind that, hey, fornication is okay. And that's one of the lies and deceptions that the devil have, or that the devil is using. Because one thing about the devil is that he's very arrogant and he's very proud. So through the radio, he's shaking his fist of rebellion towards God, saying that I hate you. Of course, the devil was not bold enough to tell God he hate him to his face, so he uses singers and rap artists and commentators he speaks through them to tell the world that it's okay to sin. And I hate God, and I'm going to bring as many people to hell with me as I can. That's basically what the devil's doing. The devil is very arrogant. He's very proud. He's using television and radio stations to control the mind of people so that these people can listen to him and his message, and he's sending a lot of people to hell. And let me just read this scripture one more time. It says, this is what God says, 1 John 2:15. He says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And mainstream radio stations, television stations, I just say mainstream entertainment is teaching you to love the things of the world. So be very cautious when you are entertained by these things. And hopefully this has been a blessing to at least one person out there. Peace. Welcome back to Lust Radio, WDIE. We here at this station would like to apologize for that mishap. We at this station do not, and I repeat, we do not support the comments and opinions by Lil Dog 73. Somehow he has found a way to infiltrate our airwaves. And Lil Dog 73, I want you to know something, buddy. Tomorrow, we will be filing charges against you for that mishap. Because see, he speaks against sin. He wants to take away your freedom and your liberty to have fun in life. And we here, we support sin. We support lust, because this is Lust Radio, WDIE. Now, listeners, here's what I want you to do, listeners. Let's move on from what just happened. And I want you, listeners, I want you to keep listening to us, because we play the soul. Keep listening to lust, and we control the soul. Keep letting lust control your soul. Give us your soul. Give us your soul. Trust us with your soul. Keep listening to lust and let us control your soul. Give us your soul. Trust us.
Give us your soul. Trust us.